I'm not here to push a hard sell on you, I just want to show you a better way to turn your long recordings into a library of high-performing shorts without spending your entire life editing. If you are already streaming on platforms like YouTube or Twitch, you know that short-form content is basically the cheat code for growth these days. When I discovered how easy it is to automate the clipping and scheduling process using AI, it honestly changed my entire content game. Think of this workflow as a simple three-step process. Record high-quality source video, hand it to a smart AI editor, and let the platform handle the heavy lifting. The first step is all about capturing the best possible footage because clean input makes for much sharper AI editing later on. If you use browser-based streaming tools, always prioritize the local recording features instead of relying on the compressed versions found on archive sites. Make sure your mic levels are balanced and your camera settings are locked in because better raw footage equals significantly better AI output. This is where a tool like Vizard really shines, as it doesn't just slice video at random intervals. Instead, the AI intelligently scans your full recording to find emotional spikes, punchy one-liners, and actual attention-grabbing moments. It packages those moments into 10 to 60-second clips designed specifically to make people stop scrolling and actually pay attention. The platform even handles the tedious parts like auto-generating captions and adjusting the pacing to fit the specific platform you are posting to. One thing I love about this workflow is that it replaces those clunky tools that force you to manually search through hours of footage for a single highlight. Other tools might just dump a bunch of clips on you without offering any way to actually manage the calendar or cross-post your content. Vizard integrates smart clipping with a content management system, which effectively saves me hours of manual labor every single week. I remember uploading a 1-hour live stream recently where I was riffing on tips and answering viewer questions. Within minutes, the system delivered over 20 solid clip candidates, complete with captions and suggested titles for each. The clips weren't all perfect immediately, but the heavy lifting was done and I only needed to make a few minor tweaks for tone. Let's break down the features without getting lost in the technical buzzwords. First, the auto-editing feature is the true magic here, picking out the most shareable segments of your long-form footage. It looks for specific triggers like sudden spikes in audio energy, bursts of laughter, or meaningful transitions between topics. The result is a set of clips that feel like they were edited by a human, but produced in a tiny fraction of the time. Then there is the auto-schedule feature, which is a total game changer for those of us who hate manual daily uploads. You can simply set your preferred posting frequency, whether that's daily or every few days, and let the platform handle the rest. This allows creators to maintain a consistent online presence without having to babysit the upload process every single day. The content calendar is where the messy side of content operations suddenly becomes neat and organized. You can view your entire schedule, swap clips between dates, and publish to various social channels from one central location. This centralized approach is especially helpful when you are managing multiple channels or working with a small team. A lot of people compare this to other clipping software, but I found that Vizard stands out for its deep focus on the workflow. While other services often dip in quality when processing compressed files, this platform seems built to handle that transition much more gracefully. Some services keep their best features locked behind expensive plans, but the model here lets you scale in a really smart way. You can generate plenty of clip candidates, pick the winners, and let the scheduler drip feed them to your audience over time. For creators looking to stay relevant, that steady drip of high-quality content beats a single, random viral post every time. Let's run through the practical how-to for your first attempt, because it is super simple. Step 1, as I mentioned, is to make a local recording with your usual high-quality setup. Step 2 is just to upload that file directly into the platform or link it from your cloud storage. Step 3 is letting the AI analyze your content, which usually takes a little bit of time depending on the length of your video. Step 4 is the review phase where you get to check out the suggested clips and their engagement scores. This is where you make those final tweaks, like changing fonts or swapping out background footage to make it feel like your own brand. Finally, you just choose the clips you like, set your posting frequency, and let the auto-scheduler take over from there. One underrated detail is that these clips actually feel native to the platforms you are posting on. The captions are timed correctly, the jump cuts are natural, and the video length fits perfectly into the sweet spot for engagement. Of course, I want to be honest with you, this will not replace a highly produced multicam narrative edit. If you are doing cinematic storytelling, you will still want to hire or be a traditional editor. But for streamers, podcasters, and content creators, this tool turns a painful manual process into something totally manageable. Instead of spending your evenings manually clipping and captioning, you can focus on the next stream or even just getting some sleep. Some people worry that an automated tool might make their brand voice sound generic, but that has not been my experience. The templates and tone settings give you enough control to ensure the final clips still feel authentically like you. Since I started using this workflow, I have seen a genuine uptick in short-term engagement and follower growth across my channels. That happens because more frequent, higher quality content means more touch points for new viewers to discover what you are doing. If you are not streaming and just recording interviews or podcasts, the same workflow applies perfectly. Audio-first content often translates brilliantly into video shorts when you have good captions backing it up. So, are you ready to try pairing your recording setup with an AI editor to finally boost your output? If you are serious about scaling your content without burning out, it is a complete no-brainer to at least test this out. Start with just one single recording, generate a batch of clips, and see which ones actually perform. Tweak the templates, play with the scheduler, and you will be amazed at how much content you can generate. If you want a deeper walkthrough on how I choose specific clips or organize my calendar, let me know in the comments. But for now, just give the workflow a shot and reclaim your time from the tedious editing process. Thanks to tools like these, creators finally have a real path to consistent growth without sacrificing their sanity. I am not saying this will replace your creativity, but it definitely removes the boredom of the editing room. If I can set up a system that clips in post while I focus on creating new content, you can absolutely do it too. Are you ready to stop editing late at night and actually start scaling your channel?